Hello and welcome back to Sack to the Future, week number 14. This is the Memphis Steamers coming to Chicago to play the Bears. Bears lead the division by 1.5 game over the Packers. A win and I'll keep that lead for another week. A loss and the Packers will take it back. So we need to win.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is
supposed to be
Madden
easy when we play these semi-pro teams, but with the Canadian football leaguers and retired players, they're getting better and better.
With that, let's get out to venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Standing by with the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Memphis Steamers and the Chicago Bears.
All right, let's get to it. The Bears will be kicking.
3/4 of the NFL season.
You see the Lions and Vikings getting underway.
In week 14. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away. And we may have a face mask here right at the start.
Oh my goodness, a face mask to start the game. That's interesting. And that'll put the Steamers all the way up to their own 43-yard line.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
There's one hand for 1 yard. Bobby Reed last week, 19 carries, 66 yards and touchdown. He has 650 yards with 9 touchdowns on the season.
19 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now, the goal is
Butkus knocks it down.
For a second, thinking the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him out of the end zone in this one.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. He'll set up to throw. He may try and run for this.
There's Manch Wheeler running for it. It's 3 yards before Butkus is able to bring him down.
Get him down well short of the line to gain. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival
punt towards the
instinct
sidelines,
and a knack for knowing
and
what
out
exactly
of
to do.
23. Okay, so out comes Rudy Bukic.
And we get a glance here at their
13 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 1,229 yards.
This could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What the columnists write, possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave what game plan? I think it's pretty obvious that that'll help them win.
And now the
there's the completion out to Ditka, 6 yards. Like Ditka last week, just 2 catches for 74 yards, but they were both touchdowns. On the year, he has 33 catches.
Right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
On your team, big rip.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down
to Gale Sayers, and he picks up 9 yards.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
1st down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
There's a completion to Morris and then a missed tackle.
Across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that
the
place.
greatest pass right there. Here is the rest of the offensive line. You got Herman Lee, Mike Rabel, Mike Pyle, Jim Padilla, and Bob Kotoska. Gale Sayers, Ronnie Boulder, running backs Johnny Morris and Jim Jones. The receivers and Mike Ditka. Of course, the tight end.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here.
There's Gale Sayers. Gets a few yards off to the right.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
60 yards. Here we go, here we go. Check, check. Topper, topper. 5.
And again, this time
Ronnie
the tailback. He's not
losing
get
3
there.
yards.
That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Back to throw. It's a short one here.
Complete to Ditka for the first down.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Come on, set.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hit it.
They'll look to throw.
Oh, it takes too long for him to get rid of the ball.
Come on, Lon.
You never want to give up a sack. And from the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride. And they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. We talk about some
Marconi blocks somebody.
We're trying to put him on the ground.
It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
Motion.
They're going to look to throw. Man open left side.
And Gale Sayers down inside the 10. You catch 4 or 5, just that one ridiculous throw. Play action pass.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline.
Ronnie Bull gets a couple yards to the 4-yard line.
There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Here we go, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
In your face.
Hey!
They'll look to throw here. Got his man.
Completion to Morris in the end zone.
Touchdown. From 4 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been
another one of those left-footed kickers for some reason. 13-play, 78-yard drive, took 5.5 minutes off the clock.
Some teams I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games. And
the Rams, 11-2. I believe they're the #1 seed right now.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. It's the Dolphins that have grabbed the early lead over the Jets. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Mitch Wheeler completes the pass.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Reed gets a yard, maybe.
They had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Nice breakup. Tried to turn into him, but of course it made me turn into the guy outside. Luckily, I didn't screw up anything.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Carolina has clinched the semi-pro division already.
Taking it about the 16.
No blocking ever for Sayers on the punt returns.
45 yards, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about what the playoffs were to be.
And there's a nice carry by Gale Sayers.
Okay, but they're not.
First down.
Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining.
Looks like that one guy has gloves on. Letterly, John Cash, Dick Dunkel, Earl Richards, Dennis Rammer, John Flynn, Jeff Ware. I guess he does not have gloves on, so that's okay. Wood, Burrows, Rivera, and Leeson.
Okay, they're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes that light best.
He'll look to throw. And he fires.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Picked off near the 42.
What an amazing interception.
And he will take this one home.
Wow.
It's a touchdown.
Pick 6 because Leeson is a superstar defender.
They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there. So go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs.
He just doesn't have a strong enough arm.
You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly
ball floated out there for an hour and a half.
A pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. Point after, right down the middle.
Okay, well,
we are tied at 7.
You got to learn what throws your quarterback can and can't make. Well, let's see. We're only 20 years away from 1985. The quarterback can throw the ball.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
So that's only about 9 to 10 real years.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
Do the dink and dunks at Tillman.
You ready? 50-50. Mike 50. Better bring it. You better bring it. Let's go.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's got it past the
Screen pass out to Gale Sayers for first down.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards there.
Mike Ditka breaks out the sword or the whip or whatever
The
there.
advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has a real priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Mike 57.
All right, 2nd and 11 now.
Second and 11. And
Wow,
this one
almost picked
incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Fumble. Marconi with a diving recovery. Ugh.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from
So
him.
this game's
Everyone
not going
else
to
is
be
trying to
easy against the
execute what they're supposed to do
semi-pro
on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield,
Gosh.
or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That'll go as a punt
All
of
right.
34 yards that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They've had it twice. They punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is.
So Manch Wheeler has a strong enough arm to get it out there.
They're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Hey, we got four down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Oh,
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally, down at the 36.
Wheeler takes off running and gets a
It's a
huge
pickup
gain.
of 17 and a first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. And a quick throw here. That's
Screen
complete.
pass complete.
No gain there on the completion.
No gain.
2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Going for the deep ball. And this is going to wind
That's
up
just
incomplete. The coverage there
interesting.
too strong on the deep ball. And
Interesting
now they
route
face
as he
a
ran out of bounds immediately. An interesting
In the
throw.
game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame,
Nobody over there.
breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to
Manch
replicate
Wheeler.
the intensity of the game.
It's flipped on
in
his head,
pregame.
but of course doesn't
No
go
one there to
far.
help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
22-yard scramble.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making
The
a
ball
nice
is
play
dropped.
defensively. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Ready?
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up the throw.
That's picked off by McRae.
Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
That's the only reason why I'm not
the
losing.
defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
60 outlaw.
Twist. Kill.
X3. 218. Chopper.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just
Wow, they're going to
1.
say he did not get the first down. Interesting.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play.
Leo.
I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Switch.
Look. Squeeze.
Now a handoff looking right, and he will have a first down at about
Got the first down there, barely.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
8, read.
Here we go.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. 3 yards on
Left
the
to
pickup
Bivens, he
there,
gets
and it'll
3
be second
yards.
down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
And not much there. Maybe
And not much there either.
That's it,
A
baby.
1 yard gain there.
Hey, Tears.
3-yard pickup on
With
first
the old
down.
Go Memphis.
We hit the 2-minute
It's
mark in the
extremely
first half. All
closer
knotted
than
up
it
at
needs to
7.
be.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Wow.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks
All
like they
right.
have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like
God.
after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little facetious here, but the bottom line is...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Rosie Taylor comes up and gets the sack.
Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
You got nothing to run. You got nothing. Let's go.
They'll drop the throw. Firing quickly here, and that's
Held
complete.
right short of the first, I think.
Pretty nice
Yeah.
tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
That's going to be out about
And
the
no
23
return here.
again.
Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, You've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel
Come
great
on.
going into the half.
A gain of 6 there on first. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense.
Do the no? Well, maybe not effectively though. Oh, get rid of the dang ball! God.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Watch tight end. 3 down.
Big grip.
Now on 3rd and long.
My God.
And he's going to go down again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. As they'll stop it with 25
The deep pass takes an hour to
seconds
throw.
go
The
in
screen
half
pass
number
takes an
one.
hour to
Here
throw.
comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards
All right.
on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Go now. 30 base.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 39.
That's the takeaway. And that's the takeaway. That's how the defense scored points. Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10.
Oh my God!
Escape, and he goes
Throw the
down.
ball.
That's what I'm talking about.
The ball's he's literally got the ball fully extended in front of him, still holding on to it with one hand so he can get sacked.
So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's...
An abbreviated halftime show as we get
right.
to quarter 3.
Disastrous first half
Set and
offensively.
ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line. But I think
Of course.
they're gonna be going backwards.
So the
Let's
kickoff
check
to start the
ball.
game was a face mask against me, and now this is a legal block in the back.
Yeah, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flushed out right.
Yeah.
That is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check 99. Check 99.
Fair.
Lucky.
Now.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone's expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are you going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback.
Too early.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now they try the right side here.
Oh, get past that guy.
Only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop.
60 outlaw.
That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Check 13. Check the go.
On 3rd down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
Just enough.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 30 inches.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Yep.
Yeah, I knew it was going to happen.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Wow. Wow.
Forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look.
97 guys come through the line.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. 2nd and 13. Wide open receiver complete.
And there's Martin. They forgot to cover him. Thank goodness.
To the 35. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now they'll run on the draw, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 8. It's a short one here.
We did get tackled immediately, of course.
About 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense.
I'm not going to get it. Unbelievable.
And they didn't let him get anywhere near it.
The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And as a result, possession switches hands. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play. But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter. 19 yards there on the catch and run. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Come get some.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Yep, that makes sense.
First down and more inside the 40. And all the way down
So
to the
Butkus versus Heaton.
that good for 22.
He bounces right off.
Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing
Butkus
of
is
beauty to
known
watch them
for
block.
I love how you give a little appreciation
his
for
lack
the
of
big
violence
guys up
on the
front,
field.
and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
He's with the blocking right now.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
Now back to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He can run for it, and he will. And inside the 20 before he's brought
There you go.
down. And
run the ball again.
We're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Let's go. 60 yards. Know your job.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. This will be caught. Just
of course, it would be right on the money.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. And you got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry?
What? Whatever.
End zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And his guys have taken the lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on
Semi-pro
the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So this drive spans 7 plays, and a 9-yard run on the end of it. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. What can they do now?
Yeah. He's been sacked 43 times. It's fine.
Ready?
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field.
There's finally a hard run by my guy, but of course it cost him an injury.
You got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Look at me. Door. On the ball. Be grip.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Ready?
Looking to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
70,
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And it gives this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down.
Forward for maybe a yard.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's going to drop this off to his
Complete to
fullback.
Marconi for the first
And he will
down.
have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Ready, set.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Sam off. 5.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
It's the end of the 3rd quarter.
3/4.
Bears trailing by a touchdown.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back
always
now
tired.
at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
Hey, I'm coming.
Now.
2nd and 9 now.
Unbelievable.
It's intercepted. Picked off at the 20.
Don't throw this way.
Brandon, Defensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who had the receivers on lockdown.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's got it across midfield into the Bear territory. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only was the call spot on,
I guess I'm returning left.
That defense right there. The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something.
Just enough for the touchback.
Let's go!
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A gain of 3, second
Number
down.
6 in takeaways for crying out loud. Was he always tired?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Man left, man.
Go out. Get it.
Now a handoff. Looking
Oh,
right.
of course he would jump through the line and then shoot straight tackle Gale Sayers.
That's going to go down as a loss of
Whatever.
5, and it brings up 3rd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense, and this home crowd, they're growing a little restless here in the 2nd half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 30 yards there, and of course the 1st down as well.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Check 25. 6-6. Pull it high. Undercrush. Leo. Go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up.
5.
Here we go.
2nd and 5. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Offense moving quickly to the line.
You got it. Mike 50. Watch the screen.
Look. Squeeze. Big grip.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
What the?
Well, they hit him in the
Whatever.
backfield, and he will not escape. And
Greatest
that is not
defense
gonna
ever.
get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
All right.
It's a 7-yard carry.
Coney's first carry goes for 7 yards.
They've definitely established.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Moving the ball quite well.
He's definitely about to cheat.
Here we go. 50 plant. 80 weapon.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
There.
SOS.
Shoot.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the first down inside the 10. That good for 19 and a first down.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Yeah.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
50's the mic. Here we go.
And they'll let the fullback try.
There's Marconi for the touchdown.
Fight his way in, not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
4 minutes to go. Bears and Memphis tied.
They're up and good. A 4th quarter score from the Meadowlands. The Jets have scored again, so they open up a 2-touchdown advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. This will be fielded at the 8.
No, it's not going to happen.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game,
I got to guess what cheat they're going to do.
You got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. They have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best in the bunch. And he'll be taken down, but not before.
Unbelievable blocking.
Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down.
Quarterback
nice play here. They go
contain.
read option, read the defensive end,
play.
collapse down inside. How about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the 2nd level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Rip right.
2nd and 6. Under a heavy rush.
There we go.
Goes.
Play by Morris.
That's what I'm talking about. Sacks all day, baby.
2nd sack for the Bears.
So quickly, Charles, what could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
39-yard line.
Clearly short of the first by a few yards. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver.
56-yarder, and it's good.
So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to have to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So now the Bears down by a field goal, 2:11 to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score.
Ready, ready! 60 Pittsburgh!
All right, here we go. Let's go, V, let's go! Hey, let's get this.
Hit it!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
2-minute warning.
On the
And
ball!
the result here, a
On the
pickup
ball!
of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
General West!
Rock 57.
Get it!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Come on, why is he coming back so far to make the catch?
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. Back to throw. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And now this is going to be close.
Oh my God, they're going to say he didn't get it.
So now it may look bleak, but this one not over. They do have all 3 timeouts.
Even at this point on the field, where it looks like you're really backed up, hold them to a field goal. That's the mantra right now. You hold them to a field goal, you still got a chance to take care of business on the other end. But you're right, the 3 timeouts are going to be key. How well they use them to preserve clock as well as
What the hell?
That's the key to giving them a chance to win.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first.
How the hell is it a goal line defense?
They get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And they will take a knee here. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And his kick
The hell does perfect
right
mean
there.
then?
It's good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds like counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep route, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have time here, partner, for just one final meal.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it.
And they're going to score! A long touchdown! No flags! No time remaining! And they're an extra point away from winning the game!
Wow.
And the celebration is now just an extra point away from being full on. Think about those who may have left the stadium a little bit early thinking their guys might not get this done. Oh, it got done, and in a big way.
No time on the clock. This to claim victory. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. position. They're going to walk.
Oh, boy. Well, that was almost disastrous. Absolute ridiculous defense by them until the last play.
And just remember, prior to 2015, that extra point almost felt routine, didn't it? Like it was a fait accompli. But when we moved it back to the 15, now the drama.
All right, well, there you see, Memphis was able to outrush the Bears. But luckily, the passing went to the Bears. And one big play at the end.
So for Chicago,
saved disaster.
They move to 10-3, and they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks.
All right, well, thanks for watching. That's it for this channel. I think John M is where you want to go for the rest of Week 14.
And they'll get a
And
chance
we'll
to
see you
redeem
back in Week
themselves
15.
at home next week.